Hi everyone, and welcome to week 2 of our Sweet Childhood Memories Sew Along, hosted by Pat Sloan at her website ilovetomakequilts.com. The theme for this week's block is best friends. I think we all have that one person in our life that this title can be awarded to. If you haven't done so already, jump over to Pat's website, download this week's free pattern, come back here, and I'll show you how to do it. Here on the table in front of me, you'll see all of my pieces cut to make this week's block. The pieces on the right there are cut as per the pattern directions, and the ones here on the left are cut ready to make our flying geese 4 at a time because we do need 4 for this pattern. We're going to start by making the little 9 patch that sits in the center of this block. We just need to lay it out as per the pattern and sew in a 9 patch fashion. As always, this means that we start by sewing our vertical seams and then the 2 horizontal seams. Throughout construction of this 9 patch, folks, we're going to do as we always do, and our quilting mantra, press to the dark side. If you followed the mantra and pressed these pieces towards the darker of the 2 fabrics, you will be able to have these seams nest nicely for the final construction of this 9 patch. With the center of our block now made, it's time to move on to our flying geese. You can do them as per the pattern using the sew and flip method, or you can follow along and do my 4 at a time method. An in-depth video for the 4 at a time method can be found, and I'll pop a link in the top right hand corner of the screen and in the description box below. In a nutshell, we need to draw a diagonal line on the 4 smaller squares. We need to line them up across the larger square, as you can see me doing here, dissecting on that diagonal line down the middle and sewing 1/4 of an inch on each side of that drawn line. We then cut it apart down the middle on our drawn line and press our peaks up. This will give you a love heart shaped block. We then take the remaining 2 small squares and put the diagonal across the center of this love heart, so from the peaks down to the point of our background fabric. Sew again 1/4 of an inch on each side of our drawn line, slash that apart, press, then trim. If you have watched any of my other videos, you will know that my preferred trim down method for flying geese is to use the Ultimate Flying Geese tool. This tool also gives you all the sizes that you need to cut for your large and 4 small squares. Those sizes give you a reference line on the left there to line up in the peak to do the first cut, and you trim 2 sides. You then rotate both the block and the tool, mark up with those same reference lines and trim the final 2 sides. In the Flying Geese 4 at a Time video that I linked to before and in the description below, I also show you how to trim these down using a standard quilting ruler. With all of the pieces we need to make this week's block now done, we just need to lay it out as per the pattern. And you can see here that even though I used a directional fabric for my flying geese and didn't really pay attention to what I was doing, I am able to keep all of the fabrics in the correct orientation. As always with 9-patch construction, we start by sewing the vertical seams and then the final 2 horizontal seams. For this one, the top and bottom row will get pressed out towards the corners and the middle row will get pressed in towards the 9-patch. Thanks for joining me again this week, folks. I really love bringing you these videos and I hope that you enjoy watching them and that you get something out of them. While you're here, why don't you share the video with a friend, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, but most importantly, click that little bell icon and you won't miss a thing. I will see you all again next week. Bye for now.